Will Superman risk it all if it means stopping the likes of Mongol from gaining the power of the God of Gods? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics issue number 1046 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue left off, Superman is still dealing with the revelation that Byla-Esh, the mysterious string puller who's been behind pretty much every major thing that happened in the Warworld saga, was actually not a real person at all, but some sort of spiritual manifestation of the fire of Olgrim sent to test those worthy or unworthy of gaining its power. Well, so far Superman has absolutely been acing all of those tests, including the newest one wherein he must do battle with the quote-unquote real master of Warworld, aka one of those giant worms that we've seen all throughout the series. Superman fights the creature to a standstill and even manages to save the life of the old Philasian sword master, Kryl-X, though in a rather interesting twist, Kryl is mad that Superman saved him, figuring that this would be a good death for him. Superman claims that if he is unable to gain the power of Olgrim, then Yux might very well be the only hope that the Philasians have to survive against the Mongol that is. And with that, Superman departs further into Warworld's deeper inner sanctum, wherein he sees an entire ancient cathedral almost perfectly preserved. Clark also comes face to face with another ancient guardian of this place, only it's not a giant worm this time, it's a young ghost girl who says that despite Superman very much living up to his name, he's not actually the first champion to make it this far. There have been many others throughout the millennium, but they were unable to solve the also important riddle of Olgrim. Isn't that always the way? To attain amazing cosmic power, you gotta pass the physical portion, but also the written mental portion. What's the riddle of Olgrim, you might be wondering? Well, it's actually kind of fascinating. You see, as the ghost girl puts it, back in ancient times, Olgrim gave birth to a daughter, and that daughter in turn gave birth to 3 children. Their all-powerful God of Gods grandfather gave them each an amazing gift. It didn't take the children long, though, to start fighting with each other over which gift was better, and by extension, who Olgrim ultimately loved more. The riddle is Superman needs to discover which gift belonged to each child, and which gift was ultimately the greatest. And you know what? Superman doesn't get enough credit for using his super brain, but he's actually able to untangle this one fairly easily. The answer is that the children and grandchildren were all made responsible for such concepts as fate, time, life, and memory because Olgrim loved his children and grandchildren equally, but that the greatest gift of all in Olgrim's eyes was actually the birth of his own daughter, his first child, the one that he loved and who in return gave him the gift of love. This is actually a pretty interesting read on Superman's part, considering that when he first heard the story of Olgrim, it was via Byla-Esh, who painted a very unflattering picture of a mad god hell-bent on destruction, but then again, Superman is always about seeing the very best in people, and maybe that was all part of the test too. Now, the final battle that Superman must overcome in order to gain Olgrim's fire is actually do battle with the ghost of Olgrim himself. As the spirit explains, he is a pale shadow of the former God of Gods, yet still formidable enough to defeat any who have come this far. Naturally, Clark is more than ready to give it his all, but it's ultimately revealed that this battle is also a test, not a battle of pure strength, but instead an opportunity to showcase caring and mercy. After all, Olgrim doesn't want this godlike power being given to just anyone. He wants to make sure someone pure of heart wins the prize. So when Olgrim's ghost ends up lashing out at that ghost child who had been helping Superman along, Clark ends up rushing on in to take the hit, in doing so proving his own worth. In fact, I'm pretty sure the ghost girl is supposed to represent Olgrim's own daughter. They don't say it, that's just my own personal reading. So yeah, Superman gains the power of Olgrim, the old God of Gods, which ends up taking the form of a blue dagger. Superman is probably going to need all this power and more if he ever hopes to regain his own vitality, as well as rescue all the people of Warworld from Mongol's grasp. Oh, but no story like this is ever that simple. There always has to be one last twist. You see, as Superman returns to Warworld, he sees that those 2 Philasian children he's been mentoring have actually been turned over to Mongol by Kryl-X. Yes, that's right, the old Philasian sword master pulled a quick one on Superman. Why on earth would he do that? Well, I guess we're going to have to read the big Superman Warworld saga finale coming out this week. And so that was Action Comics number 1046, everyone, and I appreciate that this issue was so much different than anything else we've seen in Warworld saga right now. Instead of hitting reading things, Superman actually gets to go out of his way to use his brain. Moreover than that, Philip Kennedy Johnson shows that, yeah, a guy like Clark Kent, who is pure of heart and mind and spirit, is totally worthy of the godlike power, not just Olgrin's, but the godlike power that he has all the time. Mainly because he is so kind and considerate and always thinking of others and always thinking of the best course of action that's going to help as many people as possible. Beyond that, I don't know what else to say. Just a real fun, cool story with some real solid artwork, some great splash pages and great hero shots of Superman himself, and it sets the stage for a real explosive finale. Overall, I think I'd give this one a very positive 8.5 out of 10. Warworld Saga is really shaping up to be one of my favorite stories this year, and maybe one of my favorite Superman reads in a long time, so I hope it hits the landing.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.